that car with Joe, and we're on our way for our adventure today. Oh, look, he's all looking all serious and trying to...
The QEW.
Well, we don't have to tell everybody about it. Joe, you don't know what we're going to talk about. What do you think we're going to talk about? Okay. Falcon
today?
No. I'm going to ask you what you thought of the Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 1, because we haven't really talked about it since we watched it last night.
I thought it was good. The beginning of all the action and stuff was a little bit jarring.
So, spoiler warning.
Yes.
I guess we're going to talk about certain specific details about it. So if you haven't watched it, or you're just interested in hearing it with some spoilers, just know that we're probably going to talk about some spoilers. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, the beginning parts. He's chasing.
He meaning the Falcon.
The Falcon is chasing some lost soldier, kidnapped soldier from these terrorists. It's all in the air with helicopters, and they have gliding suits and stuff like that.
The terrorists do.
Yeah, so
they have squirrel suits.
Yeah, so it's a lot of kind of
squirrel flying suits.
It's very fast action, but it's kind of jarring. At least I did. I found it kind of jarring.
Jarring in what way?
Just because it was going all over the place, like boom, bang, bing. Like you don't have a second even. Soak it all in.
Yeah,
the
thing,
like I mentioned, like it reminded me of the beginning of Quantum of Solace with that car chase. Like, who's chasing them? What the hell is going on? Who's like, what car is what car? Like, what's because the camera was like this.
There's something about the way that they use the camera too. Because the one thing about what was really interesting about this, so we didn't even preface it. So the Falcon and Winter Soldier is a Disney Plus limited series. I think it's like 6 episodes, and it is focused on 2 of the Marvel characters, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And as of the end of the Infinity War, Sam Wilson, who is the name of the character of the Falcon, he was given Captain America's shield. And the idea is that he was supposed to take up the next mantle of Captain America. And we're not going to go into the whole backstory around that. But so this series is supposed to talk about what now? Like after he gets this shield, that's a big deal from Captain America. What is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, who is Bucky Barnes? The character's name is Bucky Barnes, who was from the same era as Captain America back in World War II. So he's a super old guy. Like he's now in present day, and he's over 100 years old, and he was programmed by the bad guys to do their bidding as the Winter Soldier, and he did a lot of bad stuff that he wouldn't have done as Bucky Barnes, and he has guilt about it, and he was programmed, he was mind controlled, all this kind of stuff. So this series is about how these 2 characters are sort of dealing with the post Captain America, post Infinity War in the Marvel Universe. If you're not familiar with any of that, I'm sure you're not even interested in listening to what we got to say about it. But it's all very complicated, and I think the one thing that Marvel's done really well is sort of weave all of these different characters and their storylines and to keep continuing the storyline as they're doing. And so this was the first episode of this particular story between the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I think maybe I wasn't really paying too much attention to that opening sequence. We were eating dinner and watching it at the same time, and I kind of feel like I caught some stuff, but not too many things. The thing that impressed me about it is that it did feel like something that they would do in the movies, not a TV show. So I was just like, wow, they're really spending money on it, which is how I felt about WandaVision too, which is another limited series that just ended a couple weeks ago. And maybe we can at some point talk about that, because I think Joe and I had different feelings about it. But just overall, what did you think about the episode, the first episode?
I think it was a good start. I would have liked to see, the pace in the beginning slow down a little bit, and just to touch base with those characters a little more, and just see what they're doing after the aftermath of the snap and stuff like that. But it was a good start, I guess.
I realize I've always liked Bucky, Winter Soldier, but the fact that he was willing to. Oh, there's an accident. That's why we're going slow. And everybody, like we did that whole neck cranking thing that slows everything down. Anyway, the thing that I liked about it, and I've always liked Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, and Sebastian Stan, I think, who is the actor who portrays him. But what I really liked about it is that he's dating. He went on a date with an Asian woman, and it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like it was cool. I was like, yeah, all right, Bucky, go. So he goes on a date. That's a spoiler. So that was the first episode of 6, and they just actually introduced a bunch of stuff, and at the very end, so I think the significant plot point that happened in it, there's a number of them, but one big one was that the Falcon actually surrendered Cap's shield to the government, and I think the idea was that the Falcon didn't feel like he was worthy enough to have Cap's shield because it's Steve Rogers, and that's who should have the shield, and if it isn't him, then no one should have it or something. I don't know. Anyway, so there's some kind of a ceremony at the Smithsonian, and I think the assumption is that it's just going to be on display for everybody to be able to see Cap's shield. But it turns out by the end of the episode, again, spoilers, that the American government had other plans for that shield, and it was turned over, or it was given to U.S. agent.
Yeah.
So
the government's version of Captain America.
Right. So they created this person or this thing or whatever named U.S. Agent, who we're not sure if he's a good character or a bad character or not, but we do know that the government kind of put one over on Sam Wilson, the Falcon, and Sam's like, maybe I got done by here in a number of ways, financially too, and that's another thing altogether. Anyway, I don't know if any of this makes sense, but we're just trying something new here. So, in conclusion, in regards to the first episode, Joe Lafferty, what do you think?
I think it was a good start. I would have liked to see more sort of character stuff, but there was some in there. So
Yeah.
I give it maybe 7 out of 10.
That's good. That's not bad, but good. Not too bad. That's Joe like to say. Anyway, I would also give it like a 7. It felt like a bit of a slow start. Not even though there was a number of things with action and things like that, in terms of story development, it felt like a little bit of a slow start. So I'm curious to see where it goes, because they've started to drop a number of threads, and we don't know where it's going to go. And I guess that's sort of the beauty of these kinds of things. It's a 6 episode, almost like a 6-hour kind of long movie in regards to these two characters. And I like these two characters and their chemistry in the movie, so I'm looking forward to what the rest of this series holds. So, so I think I give it also, this episode anyway, like a 7 out of 10 as well.
Are you going to talk about Justice League?
We are going to actually record another video in regards to the Justice League, because this one's already too long, and this is what we'll just keep doing this, and people probably won't be that interested in what we gotta say. because we don't know how to do this kind of thing properly. We just talk off the cuff about how we feel about things, and do it, in this kind of way where we're just driving along and talking about TV shows. Anyway, there's going to be another one on the Justice League, and if you've seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about our little format here, and if you have any suggestions, that would be great. And if you have any comments about the Falcon and Winter Soldier, we'd love to hear them. And look forward to that DC Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Our thoughts on that coming up. All right, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.